Now to a blockbuster move from one of basketball's biggest stars, Lebron James, announcing what he calls the last decision of his career. He's heading to the Philadelphia 76ers, hoping his final chapter before.
Investigators methodically laid out what happened the morning of the crash, including this video of the helicopter carrying Kobe Bryant and 8 others 1 minute before, heading straight into clouds, speeding at 140 knots.
What was he trained to do?
The largest lead in the game. There's James, goes across the lane, lays it up, and lays it in. And there it is. He just became the third leading scorer in.
Do you still have the same uncertainty about next year? Do you have an inkling of what you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, I want to live.
Welcome to the sacrificed.
Do you still have the same uncertainty about next year? Do you have an inkling of what you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, I want to live. When I know, you guys will know. I don't know. I have no idea. I just want to live. That's all. Just want to live. That's all.
When LeBron retires, his number would be called 2. Okay, this is how the deep state, he thinks that he's just going to retire, and that's why he doesn't want to retire. And so that tattoo is tattooed on LeBron's chest. You know the former NBA player Dwayne Wade?
Correct. Oh, he's messed up.
Yeah, messed up. His son Zion is now called Zaya. Okay, this is how these black folk do, not just black people, but people within the system. To go to the next level, you have to sacrifice something. This goes back thousands of years during the time of the pharaohs. If a man wanted to have access to Pharaoh, he had to sleep with the male magician. If a woman wanted to have access to Pharaoh, she had to sleep with the female magician. If a parent wanted their child to see Pharaoh, that child had to sleep with a male or female magician. Nothing has changed. In the rap industry, to go at a certain level financially, you have to be what we call broken now.
Humiliation.
Humiliation. And to your powerful listeners, this goes back into slavery, right? The transatlantic slave trade. Slaves who could not be controlled were sent to the Caribbean. And they were tied down, mostly men, chest first, and molested by a male slave master in front of the other family members and in front of the other slaves. Nothing has changed.
He can get his shot, and in every place that he worked out, nothing but raves.
No one talking about any shortness or a weakness in his game.
Jerry West told me today that greatness lies ahead for this young man. Thought he was going to be absolutely fantastic. I recruited him out of high school, and certainly I believe everything he said in this man's ability. He is just flat out going to be outstanding. It's going to take him a little time, though, because he's going from high school, skipping college, into a very physical game.
All he did was average 31 points a game his senior year. His team won the state title with 31 wins and 3 losses.
Kobe is a star of the future, and it's no different than when I had to play against Dr. J and Walter Davis and some of the other great players. I think that's the highlight of the game, but I think the game is a little bit more deeper than just 2 individuals. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be enough excitement, or just the expectations of excitement in the course of the game, that's going to keep everybody on the edge of their seats.
Oh yeah, but that's fun. That's what this game is all about. You know, you have 2 great teams playing against one another. The challenges are there, the excitement is there. Now it's just time to go out there and play and let it all hang out.
Kukoc gets it into Jordan. Jordan already with 11 with a turnaround, and that time Kobe Bryant did a good job on him.
He muscles it up there, but he leaves it short.
Kobe Bryant shooting and hitting with Michael Jordan in his face.
Now keep this right here. This is a beautiful screen. See, he leveled Michael off right there. Michael did not get his hand up. Well, Dick, any time that you take care of the defensive boards and you hold people down in shooting people.
There it is. Couldn't hold him down. That's Kobe Bryant.
There's a backdoor move. They catch it right there, turning his head. Caught Michael turning his head. He thought he could reach.
New York, 1:41 in the PM. 77 degrees in New York. It's a blistering day, but we are collectively staring the NBA Finals in the face. A collection of institutions in the conference finals. LeBron, Jean-Paul George, Tim Duncan, and Kevin Durant. Of course, everybody on the edges of their seats to see who ends up in the holy land of the NBA. But here is the problem. Here is why those edges of the seats lie. The NBA is not rigged. It is, and I have been sitting on this for quite some time, but pure fiction. It is a pre-scripted entertainment option that we have all fallen victim to. Let me explain. It starts with the referees, but certainly goes far beyond. Take a long look. You've seen this face many, many a time in this playoffs. You've seen that face consulting the table for calls late in games. Not because he, Joseph Crawford, has been reviewing calls. No, it is because he is reviewing the script. We will get to that momentarily. There is a very clear script set in place. It has been set in place for months and months, and in some cases, years ahead of the outcome. Years. Let that sink in. This is stuff that has been predetermined by entertainment types. The ratings do not lie. Other things contributing to this report that I am filing today. Look at these stars. It is not an accident that they are always ending up deep in the playoffs. You might be saying, sure, it's because of their athletic ability, because it's their ability to close games. But I'm telling you here today that they are actors that happen to be very athletic. What do great actors get? They get great roles. They get screen time. They get the babes. They get the attention. They get the glitter. They are damn stars. And what do stars do? You look at your George Clooney's, your Matthew Damon's, your Bradley Pitts. They get endorsements. Their images push products, sell brands. These are entertainers that happen, again, to be athletic, not an accident. That's who rules this world. And now you might be saying to yourself, what about NBA governance? What about NBA officials at the top? We've seen the transition from David Stern to Adam Silver, but take a long look at this gentleman. You're telling me that's not the product of years and years of master casting? Look at this. Look at this. Come on. Be smarter than that, America. They've done a fantastic job of casting characters. These are not accidents once they happen again and again and again. We're talking about an announcer who was a coach a week ago. That's very convenient. Very great storyline there, NBA. The Lakers all of a sudden down and out. Los Angeles is a comeback town. Everybody knows this. Lakers will be back. That's a storyline. This is excitement. This is drama. This is comedy. This is suspense. These are thrillers. This is ratings. What type of mind does it take to pull off something on this scale?
When you're the world's best basketball player, they don't want to just beat you. They want to delete you.
Some take souls, some take scalps. Boss takes shoes.
Bring them to me! They thought it would be an easy battle.
That move ain't nothing. I'm the boss.
They thought wrong. Because this time, he strikes back. Kobe Bryant is the Black Mamba.
This game ain't over, Mamba. I'll see you again.
So I should have in.
Black Mamba doesn't end. Heroes come and go.
But legends are forever.
Heroes come and go, but legends are forever.
Now, you've heard of the Illuminati.
Yes.
For young,
I'm big into the Illuminati.
Are you really?
So explain.
But I've heard of it.
Explain what the Illuminati is to young people listening.
Oh,
it's a series of powerful men.
Conspiracy theories about this group of powerful people in Hollywood and throughout the world that run everything, right? That's pretty much it.
They dictate policy. They dictate everything shy of interest rates, or maybe they do. That there's this powerful group of 20, 30 people. George Soros has always been talked about. There's people in Hollywood. I've always had a theory. I'm going to introduce you to what I call the NBA Illuminati. Okay, so I said this to my staff.
I can't wait to see this.
Okay. That the NBA has always been controlled by about 8 people. The commissioner, a power broker, used to be Jerry Colangelo, now it's Wild. What's the World Wide West?
Oh, World Wide West.
Okay. The 2 top agents, one of them Steve Bartlestein.
You mean Mark
Bartlestein. So right now it would be Adam Silver, World Wide West, the 2 top agents, the CEO of Nike, and Kevin Plank, the CEO of Under Armour, and the 4 players. Now, they're not necessarily the 4 best players, but they're the 4 global players. LeBron, D. Wade. They have influence among other players. Chris Paul, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Dwayne Wade. They're not the best players. James Harden's better than some. Westbrook's better. They're not shifting policy. And I've always believed this to be true, that the head of Nike, the Adidas's, the commissioner, it is unspoken. They don't need to meet. There's not constant texting. But between World Wide West, LeBron, his people, the commissioner, there's an understanding of where the league should go. And I believe, this is why we got into this discussion this morning, Chris Broussard. You're looking at me like I'm crazy.
I'm not feeling this, but go ahead.
Here's my theory. So as everybody talks about Westbrook, that LeBron and the league leaders look at this and think, dynamic and fun, he's not part of it. Iverson was never part of it. There are great players in this league that will never dictate the league. And that Westbrook is becoming Iverson. A fireworks show. We're in awe of it. But the agents will not direct Blake Griffin to him. They will not direct power to him. Am I out of my gourd? I think this is remarkable.
Absolutely, positively out of your mind. You know what this is becoming? You and Westbrook. This is the equivalent of the Skip Bayless, LeBron, James feud, if you will.
I don't have a feud.
You are killing Westbrook.
Yes.
Now, Westbrook, look, there's no Illuminati. There's no NBA Illuminati. All right? What it is, LeBron James is the most powerful NBA player ever, including Michael Jordan. Because right now, LeBron is a business mogul. And he is impacting things, and other players are seeing, he has wielded power that we've never seen a player wield.
Agree.
Like when he left Cleveland, people were looking at, he just wants to go to Miami and win. He was looking at it like, if the owner traded me or someone else, nobody would blink an eye. Why can he decide to pick a team, but I can't decide to pick a team?
That's why I
make my own
defended
destiny?
him. Totally agree.
And look at what happened. I don't think Carmelo Anthony necessarily leaves Denver if LeBron hadn't done what he did.
It changed the way the world works.
And most guys, it didn't work out for. Dwight Howard.
Sounds a little like NBA Illuminati.
But it's just him. It's just him. Like,
sounds a little like NBA Illuminati. But it's just him. It's just him. Like,
since I have you here, I'm sure you're well aware, maybe a week or two away, LeBron will eventually surpass you on the list. Being the competitor that you are, is that something that is kind of bittersweet, or is that is like an overblown media thing as far as like,
it's such a juvenile thing, man. You know, it's like you play, you have a great career, and I don't understand why. I don't know if people want that or want to have this kind of contentious thing where it's, you don't want records to be broken or people to surpass. You should be happy
right.
for the person that comes after you to be able to surpass things that you've done. I mean, like,
right. For sure.
Yeah, it's kind of juvenile, I think. Unfortunately, we never got a chance to have that big finals matchup, like in '91 when Magic played Michael in the finals, and it was like, all the hype and all that stuff. We never got a chance to have that, but I will say, one of the biggest pleasures that I had was playing together in the Olympics in our 2 years. That was a lot of fun as a competitor and also as a teammate. So like when you're practicing, you're competing against each other day in and day out. That was a lot of fun. And then being teammates together was a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it, man.
It's the largest lead of the game. There's James, goes across the lane, lays it up, and lays it in. And there it is. He just became the third leading scorer in NBA history, passing Kobe Bryant. Another milestone for the great LeBron James.
And the Laker fans well aware of it.
Oh, absolutely. Thibault can't hit. James the rebound. All that's left ahead of him is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Karl Malone. Nice feed inside, James to Davis. Back-to-back buckets as Brett Brown call a quick timeout. In his 17th season, LeBron James, last year he passed Michael Jordan. They put it on the big screen here at the Wells Fargo Center, and everybody in the building giving LeBron James a standing ovation.
Against the 76ers, the night before Kobe's assassination, LeBron knew what was going to happen, okay? On the court, if you go on the YouTube and look up the Lakers game the night before Kobe's assassination in Philadelphia, there is a snake there, a snake logo on the court of a chopped up snake. Okay, that is a boule. That's also not just a boule secret society logo of an impending death, but it's an Illuminati sign. Remember, don't tread on me, that's part of it, but a serpent on the court, everything's, see, symbols would be their downfall.
That's right, that's right.
And so, the following day, they're back in LA, and the press with the camera shows LeBron wiping his tears. He knew it was going to happen. Okay. His days are numbered. Your son was just a warning. We gave you what you wanted. You wanted to be the all-time scoring leader. We gave you that. We gave you millions. Now you're a multi-billionaire. We gave you everything. And now, it's time to pay the piper.
It does. It does in the fact that, you know, when I was a kid, when I was in high school, I was growing up through the ranks when Kobe came into the league. He was, you know, it wasn't a dream of mine to come straight, you know, from high school at that point in time to the NBA. But I was like, wow, a 17-year-old, 18-year-old kid being able to make that leap, that's pretty damn cool. And as I started playing more ball and I went into high school, the things that he was doing on the floor, I, you know, admired and wanted to be a part of. I went to ABCD camp, and he came and talked to all the kids that was there, and I happened to be one of the kids that was there, and I was just listening. I was just trying to soak everything up I could, you know. And I remember one thing that he said. He was like, if you want to try to be, you know, great at it, or want to be one of the greats, you got to put the work in. You know, there's no substitution to work. And I was a 15-year-old kid at that camp. You can actually find the footage of him at that camp. And in 2001, I believe I was playing in New Jersey, and the All-Star game, if I'm not mistaken, and y'all could correct me, was in Philly, right? Yeah, that Saturday, me and Maverick drove to the Intercontinental downtown Philadelphia, and he gave me a pair of his shoes, which I ended up wearing that following night. It was the red, white, and blue Kobe's. I was a 15 and he was a 14, and I wore them anyways. And I sat and just talked to him for a little bit. He gave me the shoes. I rocked them in the game. And it was the same night that we played Oak Hill against Melo. And then I saw what he was able to do the very next night, winning MVP here in Philly. That following night. As I got drafted, I still just admired him, you know, seeing what he was able to accomplish, winning championships.
Oh, shit! It's Kobe Bryant!
Help me.
Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out.
Pass.
Good afternoon from New York. We're coming on the air with breaking news, very sad news to tell the sports world. The LA Times is reporting that retired Los Angeles Lakers basketball star Kobe Bryant has been killed in a helicopter crash. It happened this morning. The chopper reportedly went down just before 10 a.m. local time, according to the fire department out there in Calabasas, California. That's northwest of Los Angeles. You can see the picture there. It burst into flames on impact, starting a nearby brush fire. The 41-year-old Kobe Bryant was reportedly traveling with 4 others in that aircraft, in that helicopter.
Kobe Bryant was reportedly traveling with 4 others in that aircraft, in that helicopter.
The LA County Fire Department saying
all 5 people perished in the crash.
Now reporting, Tom Llamas.
And good evening, and we are coming back on the air with new details on the tragic death of NBA legend Kobe Bryant. ABC News confirming the 5-time NBA champion for the Los Angeles Lakers was among 5 people killed when a helicopter crashed and caught fire in Southern California. Authorities in Los Angeles County are holding a news conference now. Let's go to that.
Good afternoon. My name is Daryl Osby, and I'm the fire chief of the Los Angeles County Fire Department. I want to thank you for coming here to today's briefing of the Willow incident. Today, shortly before 10 o'clock at 9:47 a.m., the Los Angeles County Fire Department received a 911 call of a potential helicopter down in a brush fire at the intersection of Los Virgenes Road and Willow Glen Street in the city of Calabasas in unincorporated Los Angeles County. Upon arrival, our firefighters discovered approximately a quarter-acre brush fire that resulted from a crash on the hillside. The Los Angeles County Fire Department initial response was 15 pieces of apparatus and 56 personnel that consisted of paramedics, engine company, truck company.
Gail King, of CBS News, shortly after Kobe was assassinated, she interviewed a former WNBA player who was great friends with Kobe, Lisa Leslie, and was asking Lisa Leslie, did Kobe that girl in collar, bashing the reputation of Kobe Bryant? Why? Because boulets do this, and then right after that interview, Gail King, Oprah Winfrey's girlfriend, gets a $500,000 raise. This is what they do. They don't care about us. These gatekeepers, I'm telling you, Reverend Al, vitamin B deficient Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Benjamin Crump, Farrakhan, they're all a part of the Boule Secret Society. Dr. Richard Stedman is a member, also of many of these secret societies of Phi Beta Kappa. Wait a minute now. So Phi Beta Kappa is the educational and the legal arm of the deep state, while Kappa Beta Phi is the Wall Street faction. So Dr. Richard Stedman was chosen by the late Dr. Jerry Buss, the owner of the Los Angeles Lakers, which I don't understand to this day, Brother Apollo. Why not? Why would you all just send your employee to another state?
Correct.
To have his knee worked on, and there's no knee doctors here in Los Angeles County. And so Kobe could not be controlled by the system. And so when you look at even people like Shannon Sharp, if you're out of control, they will simply set you up. And so these things happen because Kobe, including Shannon Sharp, they don't have the Holy Spirit. They don't have discernment to differentiate between a lie and that which is the truth. So Kobe Bryant got caught up in a conspiracy. So Dr. Richard Stedman, who's retired now, worked on Kobe's knee. But Dr. Richard Stedman instructed Kobe to go to Eagle, Colorado, and stay in a hotel. He meets this young woman by the name of Caitlin Faber. Caitlin Faber's parents are Phi Beta Kappa. And now we come up to Kobe Bean Bryant. Now, I got to say this, that Kobe Bean Bryant was scheduled to go to court had he lived 3 days after he was taken out on the 26th of January, 2020. He was scheduled to be at the Los Angeles Superior Court on the 29th, on that Wednesday had he lived.
He was scheduled to be at the Los Angeles Superior Court on the 29th, on that Wednesday had he lived.
Pharmaceutical out of Amityville, New York here. All three pharmaceutical companies was being sued by Kobe Bryant, not just because they were taking his nickname, the Black Mamba. This is deep. This is deeper than Hollywood. This is, oh my God. So in other words, these three pharmaceutical companies, the ANSY Corporation, capital INSYS Therapeutics, owns the Acorn Incorporation, capital AKORN, that owns high-tech pharmaceuticals. Kobe was set to go to trial the following Wednesday. Had he lived. Why? He was suing them not because of his nickname. He was suing them because he found out, brothers, that these three pharmaceutical companies, NSAID, Acorn, and High-Tech, was lacing their diet pills with opioid substances. Kobe was going to expose this.
Oh my.
So
Okay.
Three pharmaceutical companies are under the umbrella of this global pharmaceutical conglomerate out of Basel, Switzerland, the Novartis Corporation, capital Novartis. They have a website, Basel, Switzerland. They operate through the Novartis Group. They have over 2,000 subsidiary pharmaceutical companies under them. 3 of them was being sued by Kobe Bryant.
Yep. So hold on. So what? So does Kobe Bryant's partner a part of the company that was getting sued?
Yes.
Oh my.
They did a search of the area for survivors. Unfortunately, all the survivors on board were determined to have been perished. Firefighters and hand crews worked to extinguish the fire while carefully preserving the incident for investigation. Currently, the investigation is still ongoing. I would like to turn this over to my sheriff to continue the press briefing.
Thank you, Chief Osby. Personnel from Los Hills Sheriff's Station responded to the scene of the crash site and fire department, and we've established a containment area, and now our Aero Bureau has a handle on traffic or aircraft accidents. However, when there's a fatality, then it switches to the National Transportation Safety Bureau, the NTSB, and the Federal Aviation Administration, the FAA. FAA is already on scene and assisting. We're waiting the arrival of the coroner's office to assist in the recovery of the remains. As the chief indicated, there were no survivors. We have a manifest that indicates that there was 9 people on board the aircraft.
We have a manifest that indicates that there was 9 people on board the aircraft.
Now to a blockbuster move from one of basketball's biggest stars, LeBron James announcing what he calls the last decision of his career. He's heading to the Philadelphia 76ers, hoping his final chapter before retirement ends with one more championship. Here's ABC's Morgan Norwood.
Tonight, NBA superstar LeBron James has made his decision, signing with the Philadelphia 76ers after heated speculation over the past 2 months. James signing a 2-year, $8 million contract and taking a significant pay cut.
No, is he coming? He's coming. Oh my God, he's coming!
LeBron saying he was on the verge of retirement prior to making his choice, but ultimately decided to continue playing, writing on X, "I still want to compete, to win, and to have a chance at the feeling of winning another championship."
He made it very clear from the beginning. I want to compete for a championship. I want to win at a high level. This is not a money-driven decision.
For weeks, the 41-year-old had been heavily pursued by teams across the league. LeBron James is arguably the greatest player of all time, the league's all-time scoring leader, and holding numerous NBA records during his 23 seasons, along with winning 4 NBA championships across 3 teams. LeBron hoping to take Philly to their first championship in 43 years. Fans in Philly ecstatic.
We gotta put full fire behind him. We gotta show him welcome to Philly.
With Kobe in Colorado, Caitlin Faber, okay, she invites him, hey, let's go up to your room. That's not her job. Her job is not to go up to Kobe's room. Her job was a host at the Cordelia Hotel that at the time was owned by the Prisker family at the time out of Chicago. So she cries, okay. And don't get me wrong, if Kobe was guilty, he should have been sent to prison. I have no problem. She doesn't call the police. She doesn't call the sheriff's department. She doesn't even call home to her parents. She goes to her boyfriend's house and has sex that night, wearing the same dress with Kobe's DNA on it.
You're not gonna have sex after you.
Right. So someone's lying. Either Kobe's lying, she's lying. So wait a minute, she doesn't call the police, she doesn't call the sheriff's department, she doesn't call the executives of the hood, and she doesn't even call her parents, who are Phi Beta Kappa, good friends with Dr. Richard Stedman, Kobe's knee doctor. Next day, she goes home, and her parents say, "Where have you been?" "I've been by who?" "Kobe Bryant." "Okay, $signs now." They arrest Kobe Bryant the following day. Eagle, Colorado. An attorney is given to Kobe, who also gave Kobe this knee doctor, Phi Beta Kappa, Dr. Richard Stedman. The lawyer's name is Pamela Mackey. Pamela Mackey's law firm represents Harvey Weinstein. Pamela Mackey's law firm also represents R. Kelly. Pamela Mackey's law firm is doing the legwork for the Diddy case, even though they don't represent Diddy, but they're doing the legwork as far as the legal background work of what happened, okay, and as to why the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security raided his homes, okay. So Pamela Mackey is Phi Beta Kappa. So is Kobe's knee doctor, Dr. Richard Stedman, Phi Beta Kappa. So is the parents of Caitlin Faber, Phi Beta Kappa. So Kobe says he's innocent, okay, pays her off, goes back to Los Angeles. All of a sudden he gets tattooed. He becomes a member of the Boule Sicker Society.
And he got the crown?
The crown, that's it. The Council on Foreign Relations, Trilateral Commission, Club of Rome, Committee of 300, the Hidden Hand, in the Council according to National Policy. So these families have a massive interest in the global pharmaceutical industrial complex. And I gotta tell you, my friend, it does not matter what color you are, it doesn't matter how much money you have. If you get in the way of profits, they will simply take you out. This is not only Kobe Bryant, a Luciferian project completed, but this is also the immaculate deception of history.
Nike's deal with Kobe Bryant's estate has expired, ending one of the longest-running endorsement deals in the sports business. Kobe's estate and Nike failed to come to an agreement on a new contract, leaving Kobe Bryant's image and likeness up for sale. Bryant had 11 different shoe models with Nike, and the company continued to release his sneakers after his retirement and death. In a statement to ESPN, Vanessa Bryant says she will continue to fight for Kobe's fans to get to wear his products. Nike also issued a statement saying in part, quote, Kobe Bryant was an important part of Nike's deep connection to consumers. He pushed us and made everyone around him better. Through our contractual relationship has ended, he remains a deeply loved member of the Nike family.
Accident is something that is unforeseen, unpredictable, if you will. Unfortunately, this wasn't.
NTSB investigators methodically laid out what happened the morning of the crash, including this video of the helicopter carrying Kobe Bryant and 8 others 1 minute before, heading straight into clouds, speeding at 140 knots.
What was he trained to do at that point?
It's very clear that slowing down is
slowing down.
Investigators say pilot Zabayan ignored his training, violated federal rules, and had no plan B on file if weather went bad. He became disoriented in the fog and lost control. But in a surprise move to some, investigators do not believe a warning system telling Zabayan he was headed toward the ground would have helped.
The pilot doesn't really know which way is up. So this type of system would not aid in that situation. It was beyond the parameters and would likely just be more of a confusing factor than anything else.
In the end, the NTSB believes Zabayan was likely influenced by self-induced pressure to continue flying, in part because he wanted to please his celebrity client. And it also said Island Express needs more oversight of safety management. And it is again recommending flight data monitoring during such flights, which would allow a flight department to see deviations and get involved before a crash happens. So far, the FAA has said it's not worth the cost.
We issue these recommendations when bad things happen. And the FAA has dragged their feet so many times on this issue and others.
They also want more pilot training to recognize disorientation, but here's a surprise. The helicopter that Kobe was in came equipped with a cockpit voice recorder, which was removed by Island Express, and that's okay. The NTSB does not want that to be okay, and the FAA is looking into it. Shep?
And so we've been lied to concerning the death of Kobe Bryant. Why would Kobe go after these pharmaceutical corporations who are owned by one of the most powerful entities on this earth, the Novartis AG Group out of Basel, Switzerland, who does the drug testing for the NBA, the NHL, and Major League Baseball, you see. So Kobe was a threat to the system. He was suing these entities because not just because they was using his nickname, Black Mamba, as through their hyper rush pills, but also Kobe said, I'm going to expose you, NSA, Acorn with the K, and I'm going to expose you, high-tech pharmaceuticals, because you're lacing these weight loss pills with opioid substances that also cause cancer. See, the deep state doesn't care if your name is Kobe. They don't. It is so very powerful to note that Kobe was set to testify on the 29th. Okay. Then we're told, okay, it was because of the wind, the cloud, and the rain. Well, that's garbage because the LAPD, we're told, was given clearance, okay, to fly that day. Then at the last minute, they didn't fly, the LAPD. So the LAPD was first given clearance to fly, but they decided not to. And so did the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. They didn't fly that day. But who gave Kobe clearance to fly?
The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, they didn't fly it that day. But who gave Kobe clearance to fly?
When it comes to discipline, you have to sacrifice loved ones. You have to sacrifice loved ones for a long period of time if you want to be great. It is very unfortunate. I am getting up every single day at 5 or 6 a.m. And when I get home after everyone leaves the gym, I'm going to take a nap. So now you're sacrificing your loved ones because you're not spending time with them. And when I wake up, I'm probably going to train again. And then I'm going to have dinner. And then I'm going to bed. And I'm going to do that every single day for a long period of time. That's sacrificing and discipline. You know, and for me,
Oh, you should burn one?
My wife, like when she cut her hair off,
yeah,
like stuff, she always burned a little bit of her hair. So
really,
yeah, she don't want nobody to try to hit her with the voodoo spell and stuff.
Oh, you should burn one? My wife, like when she cut her hair off, yeah, like stuff, she always burned a little bit of her hair. So really, yeah, she don't want nobody to try to hit her with the voodoo spell and stuff.
Kai just texted me and said, "I'm underwater. My network is off. I'm in the ocean. I'm on the way to Antarctica."
Kai-Cenat Maceton, Kai-Cenat streaming. This Kai-Cenat die game. This Kai-Cenat run out is no Kai-Cenat. You don't understand this.
This Kai-Cenat die game. This Kai-Cenat run out is no Kai-Cenat. You don't understand this.